During the weekly wrap-up, a new intern suddenly switched the projector to my attendance record. The eyes of the CEO and the entire company locked onto me in an instant. Madison, the intern, tilted her chin up with a smug grin and slammed a stack of photos onto the mahogany conference table. Nate, I'm reporting her, she chirped. She's been using the company's luxury vehicle to pick up her kid every single day. It's a blatant misuse of company assets. I move for immediate termination. Nate's face turned dark. I looked at Madison with pity. She was climbing a ladder she hadn't noticed was made of glass. The company car she was referring to? That was my Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a $300,000 piece of machinery I had let the firm use for free for 2 years to land big clients. Diana, Nate finally spoke, his voice cold. The evidence is clear. A policy is a policy. Hand over the keys immediately. From now on, administration manages the vehicle. Also, finance will deduct the depreciation costs from your next paycheck. I didn't argue. I didn't pull out the car's title. I simply placed the heavy leather key fob on the table. There are the keys, I said with a slight smile. I hope this car brings the company all the luck it deserves. Madison snatched them like a golden ticket. She had no idea she had just grabbed a live grenade. Memo hit everyone's inbox 30 minutes later. Disciplinary notice, Operations Director Diana Mercer. I sat in my office as whispers drifted over the cubicles. What a cheapskate, someone laughed. Using a Cullinan as a minivan? Madison marched into my office. Diana, the audit is done. You owe the company $128,000 in fuel and maintenance. Nate already signed it. Also, we have a VIP client, Arthur Beaumont, coming Monday. Make sure your personal junk is out of the car. Understood, I said, signing the slip. I spent the weekend making moves. First, I called my bank. That company gas card was linked to my personal Amex. Freeze it. Second, I called the Rolls-Royce dealership. I need the remote kill switch activated on my Cullinan for Monday morning. Finally, I checked the lease for our office building. It was a boutique floor my father had left me. I had let Nate stay for half rent. The lease expired this Monday. Monday morning, 9 a.m. The office was electric. Madison was in a white power suit, standing by the entrance like a soldier. Nate was obsessively checking his Rolex. Arthur Beaumont, the man who provided 60% of our revenue, had just landed. Joe, go! Madison shouted to the driver. Joe climbed into the Cullinan, pressed the start button, and nothing. The engine didn't even turn over. What's wrong? Nate hissed, running to the curb. It's dead, sir. Joe stammered. The dashboard says, engine disabled by owner. Just then, a sleek black sedan pulled up. A man in a suit stepped out, my real estate agent. Behind him was Arthur Beaumont, looking confused. Madison tried to run over, but I stepped out of the lobby first, holding a manila folder. Nate, Madison, I said, my voice carrying across the sidewalk. Since we're strictly following policy now, let's settle the rest of the accounts. Here is the $128,000 you demanded. And here, I tossed a second document on the hood of the dead Rolls-Royce, is the eviction notice for this office. Nate's face went pale. Diana, what are you talking about? The car is mine. The building is mine. And the gas card you've been using for 2 years? Cancelled. I turned to Arthur Beaumont, who was watching the chaos with an arched eyebrow. Mr. Beaumont, so sorry for the delay. It seems this firm is having some asset management issues. Would you like to discuss our contract over lunch at my new office? Nate grabbed my arm, his voice trembling. Diana, wait, we can talk about this. Madison was just being overzealous. I looked at Madison, who was still clutching the useless keys to a car that wouldn't start for anyone but me. I smiled at Nate and leaned in close. You wanted to separate the personal from the professional, Nate. Well, professionally, you're broke. And personally, I'm bored of helping you. I began to walk away, but I stopped and looked back at the crowd of stunned employees. Oh, and Nate, you might want to check the curb. Police are on their way. I reported the Cullinan as stolen 10 minutes ago. The look on Madison's face as the sirens began to wail in the distance was worth every penny of that $128,000. Would you like to know what happened when the police arrived, or should I reveal what was in the secret files Diana took with her?